Yes, so we are going to explanation today. The subject is as a Buddha nature. Uh, so this Buddha nature, the point essence is as about the true nature, the mind of sentient beings. So sentient beings nature, the mind is as Buddha, we can say, or the essence of Buddha. So and therefore first we should be to know what is the meaning of Buddha, because we're talking Buddha nature. So Buddha on Tibetan, Sang Ge. So Sang and Ge. So this Sang means is completely or totally awakening mind, awakening from the obscuration of delusions, totally awakening from obscuration of to the omniscient, or especially is awakening from the ignorant. So that is means the Sang, or completely clean of the delusions and karmas, afflicted emotions, and so on, and completely and totally and purity, the true nature of mind. So that is Sang means is primarily pure, completely pure. Sang means. And then as a Ge means is therefore the Ge means is achievement state of knowledge, or achievement state of completely to aware of object of knowledge, or enlightenment mind, Sang and Ge. So that is the meaning of Buddha. So now what is the nature of Buddha? The nature of Buddha means is primarily pure, unborn nature, aspect of wisdom, primordial wisdom, and primarily the nature essence as luminosity or luminescence. So the luminosity is as the essence of nature of mind. So these two, wisdom, by the wisdom, the aspect of unborn nature empty, and the luminescence or luminosity is the aspect of the essence of reality of mind. So these two only different aspect of apparent luminosity, aspect unborn nature empty, but is the same test, one test, single test, means the union, the wisdom and the luminosity, or the wisdom of compassion, the unity form of wisdom and compassion. That is the Buddha nature. Buddha nature is embodiment, primarily pure unborn nature wisdom, and primarily pure the luminescence or luminosity, clarity mind. That is Ponder's Buddha nature. So from the Sanskrit language, say Sugatangarbha. Sugatangarbha is can be Sugata is Devarshapa, Dershap. Garba is can be essence, or in Tibetan say Ningbo. So Devarshap Ningbo, the essence of the great bliss, achievement state of great blissness, mind. Means is again the point meaning is the Buddha, the essence of Buddha, the essence of bliss, completely great spontaneous great spontaneous blissness mind. Sugatangarpa. Devarshapi Ningbo in Tibetan. And then some another word, the different Sanskriti, the different word of Sanskriti, say Tathangata, Tathangatangarpa. Tathangata means is on Tibetan Devjin Shapa. And Garpa is the same before we mentioned the essence. So essence of Tathangata. That means is also Tathangata. Devjin Shapa means is also Buddha. That's the name, different name of Buddha, the Buddha's qualities. The to be gone suchness, to be gone of thatness, or to be achievement suchness state, to be attainment state of thatness state. So that is Devjin Shapa. So Nyingbo, the essence of achievement state of thatness, means the Buddha nature again, the meaning. So this nature, according Buddhist point of view, this essence of sentient beings, this nature is pervading equally for all sentient beings. Mind, sense of a small insect or tiny animals, nature mind up to of extraordinary Buddha's omniscience mind, equally pervading by the power of this Buddha nature. They have no exceptions, having no any exceptions. Oh, so therefore in the text there says that means is pervading equally for all sentient beings by the essence of Buddha nature. There's no exceptions without the pure essence, the pure essence, the vessels of the pure essence. Everybody, all sentient beings, nature mind can be the potential to attainment of Buddhahood, or for enlightenment mind, Buddha nature. Or Simshin namna sangji de onjang lo tumit dramatipsar sangji ngu. And the Buddha's text there says, all the sentient beings, nature mind is as real Buddha. Real Buddha means the wisdom and compassion we mentioned before. All nature aspect of the wisdom, unborn nature, and aspect of essence or luminosity. So therefore all sentient beings mind, nature mind is as already real Buddha. But circumstantially obscured to the true nature, the essence of Buddha, by the obscuration of delusions, and obscured to the essence of Buddha nature by the obscuration of the two dualistic grasping mind, and obscured by the obscuration of afflictive emotion, delusion, and also the obscuration of to the omniscient mind. And especially, particularly, we can say the obscuration of ignorance, the obscuration of ignorance, the ignorance obscured to the essence, to the essence of Buddha nature. So that is with the obscurations that we calling sentient being. Without obscurations, that is we say Buddha or Bodhisattva or extraordinary beings. So what is difference between of ordinary being and extraordinary Buddhas, Bodhisattvas beings? With ignorance or with obscurations or without obscuration of the delusions and karma and ignorance, I mentioned you, that is only difference. But the nature is the same. With ignorance or without ignorant, the nature is not difference. No, it's the same, totally same. So that is Buddha nature. Or from the Uttara Tantra text, the Arya Maitreya, he says, Sanji Chuso come down Shanship down Yundan Sand in Tili Tamade. Dorje in Nibden Dalako. So that means is there and briefly can divide it into this 7 basics or 7 different kind abiding the 7 different kind abiding was of undetectable truth or undetectable nature, the 7 different kind undetectable nature. So the 4th undetectable nature of these 7 is Buddha nature. That is the explanation of the Buddha nature. Sanji Chuzo come down Janship down Yundan Sanjin Tili Tamade. Come is the come there Shapiningbo is Buddha nature. The 4th undetectable reality or the nature. That is the explanations Buddha nature. So this Buddha nature or the quality Buddha nature is including by the uncompounded phenomena. The Buddha nature is as one of the uncompounded phenomena. The Buddha nature is beyond cause and effect, beyond of the cause and effect. That means Buddha nature is existent independently. Buddha nature is not composed but dependently. But this independent means does not mean Buddha nature is as a permanent object. But we can say some text that says Buddha nature is permanent, that this permanent is not the opposite of impermanence. So this permanent means we say great permanent, great, extremely great, or supreme permanent. That means only is aspect of unchangeable quality. That is the bond meaning. Is we say great permanent, because unchangeable or undetectable object. That is undetectable true nature. Why we say that's our nature, man, the Buddha nature is as the characteristic of Buddha nature is as undetectable reality is undetectable because since we born in the samsara from beginningless with the obscuration of ignorant obscured to the true nature, but nature itself cannot destroy. The nature itself cannot change, better even the obscurations. For example, even though we born many times in hell realm, means we was burned in the hell realm, burning hundreds of years and thousands of years sometimes by the fire of hell, the hell fire. But Buddha nature cannot burn, because an undetectable object, that is unchangeable object, that is great permanent. The quality is great permanent. So that's why cannot burn even the hell, by the hell, the fire of the heat of hell cannot burn. So in some of the text they say, nipa lor tan yundan ramshin nitten shi jettar ngarshin shi terjin girame pa chunitu. That means is the qualities, all of the Buddhas, the qualities, the Bodhisattva's qualities, the Buddha nature's qualities. In brief, we can say the quality aspect, the qualities aspect of wisdom, and the qualities aspect according to the luminosity, the luminescence, the compassion. So these two, the essence, the quality, the essence of the quality of Buddha nature, abiding to the true nature, mind, sense born in the samsara from beginningless, until continuously remaining to the up to of Buddhahood. There's no change, All the qualities of Buddhas, real Buddha's qualities, I'm saying, like Shakyamuni Buddha, for example, or 5 Buddha families qualities, or what can't, if they're the Buddha's qualities, what they're having different qualities. This all is actually is the primordially, existent from beginningless to the of nature mind of sentient beings. That is the Yonten Ramshin Yitenshir. That means Yonten means quality of Buddha's quality or Buddha nature quality. Yonten. Ramshin is nature. Nyeden means is the existent, spontaneously existent all the qualities of Buddha nature, sense from beginningless. So that means is even small insect, our ordinary like us, our nature mind, the qualities of our nature mind is not different than Buddha's, the qualities, the Buddha's nature mind qualities, the wisdom, the omniscience mind wisdom, suchness wisdom, manyness wisdom, primordial pure wisdom, great perfection, the method of compassion, so on. So this all is Buddha's the quality. But the nature, the quality nature is already remaining or already inseparability, one nature of our each sentient being's mind or heart nature. That is Yonten Ramshin Yitenshir. And then Niba lower Tantenta, Yonten Ramshin Yitenshir. Niba means is the faults. All of faults, like delusions, karmas, dualistic grasping mind, obscuration of afflictive emotion, such of desire, anger, ignorance, jealousy, hatred, harmful or harming mind. This kind all is faults. So this kind of the obscuration of the fault is not nature of our mind. That just but is circumstantially apparent at the moments in there. So how we know that is circumstantially apparent there? Because you say born from beginningless with obscuration, then how can be that circumstantially? That means is sooner or later can separate from the true nature. That is the point, the logic. That is circumstantially, because if a born nature spontaneously existent to the nature mind, then there's no chance to liberation, there's no chance to separation, it's not possible. But already, it's like Shakya Gautama Buddha, for example, he 2600 years before already separated his Buddha nature, the true nature, the quality nature mind is already separated completely from of the obscuration of the delusions and karma, ignorance, and even though the obscuration of to the omniscience. So therefore, is born sense from beginningless with obscuration, obscured to the nature mind, as from beginningless, but cannot obscure to the nature mind endlessly. Cannot be obscured to the nature mind endlessly, because samsara have no begin, but samsara having the ending. The kind comes to the end. That, for example, Buddha Shakyamuni Gautama Buddha, born samsara from beginningless, he wandered in the samsara from beginningless time, same like us, totally same like us. There's no difference. But he ended already 2,600 years before from samsara. He ending from the samsara. 2,600 years before already. That means is the obscuration of delusion is just circumstantially obscured to the mind. Circumstantially appears there, not primordially, appears there. So therefore, is can separation. So therefore, in the text, therefore is the itself. The Buddha nature itself is same sense born nature and beginning until and Buddhahood. There's no change anymore. The qualities sense from beginningless nature is same. Stainless. The Buddha nature is stainless. So this point, the meaning is we should be understand our nature mind is stainless. Our nature mind is stainless. Our nature mind is primordially pure. Wisdom and primordially pure essence of the luminosity or luminescence. That is our nature mind. Only then what is the difference between ordinary, very ordinary, and extraordinary and Buddhas? And briefly we can divide into like 3 different kinds. So this does not mean is the Buddha nature is changed, something is different level. But the obscurations change to the obscurations. Completely obscured to the true nature mind, the better of the big of the ignorance, that is ordinary. It's an ordinary being. We are ordinary being. We are meant is some exceptions. I don't know you are already enlightenment or not, but generally I'm saying we are very ordinary. That means is still is the obscuration of delusion obscured to our nature mind. Yet not realization to the one's own true nature mind. Yet not. The reason because obscured by obscuration of delusion, the ignorance. Ignorance meant is misunderstanding. Ignorance meant is misconception mind. Because we having the true dualistic, the obscuration of true dualistic grasping mind. We grasp oneself, we grasping to others. We clinging oneself, we clinging to others. Self-clinging and clinging to others. This means is true dualistic grasping mind is there. So therefore, is as long as with true dualistic grasping mind, and then is self-cherishing, self-cherishing, aversion mind to others, and cherishing self-cherishing to oneself. And between there is the ignorance is there. There's no existent substantially of these two kind of different object, the two things of the dualistic object, but we overhanding to inherently existent the 2 things of this object. That's ignorance. That is a mistake. That's not true. Because our nature, we mentioned you, the born nature is, we say, the unborn nature, the nature of mind is unborn spontaneously, means is emptiness. Completely, totally is aspect of emptiness. The wisdom, the primordial wisdom is at the essence of empty nature mind. And the primordial, the pure, great method, compassion is as the aspect of the luminescence, the reality, essence of luminosity or mind is as the great method, the compassion, displaying better of luminosity mind. So these 2 different qualities and one test pervading equally all sentient beings, nature mind, there's no difference. That is primordially pure. But obscured best constantly the obscuration of the misconception mind, or misunderstanding mind, or the ignorance. So that is the point meaning is who is sentient being and who is of extraordinary being, with the obscuration of delusion or ignorance or without ignorance. That is only different. Means is the Buddha nature with the ignorant and Buddha nature without ignorant. That is only the difference between sentient being, ordinary being, and extraordinary beings. But does not mean is Buddha nature with the ignorant means is we say with. With means is separately existent. If circumstantially not circumstantially appears their obscurations of the ignorant, and then must be spontaneously existent. If the ignorant is spontaneously existent from nature mind, And that means is your nature cannot be Buddha. Your nature must be ignorant, But that's not the case. That's not true. So therefore we can say Buddha nature with ignorant, within, the ignorant. Not Buddha nature is as ignorant. It's very different,